Folks, we're back. Weekend is here. The weather is fine, but wow, it's busy. Yeah, I mentioned, I thought in yesterday's video that it would be very busy because it was predicted to be bright, sunny, a generally nice day today. And damn, I wasn't wrong. It's packed. If I walk backwards, which to be quite honest I rarely do, instead of forwards, look at this. I think that's one of the longest queues we've ever seen, and it hasn't even finished. It just goes on and on and on. Plus massive amounts of people behind me approaching and at the other phone box. Now, it's not actually very hot today. It's about 11-12 degrees, give or take. But golly gosh, everything is completely chocker with tourists and visitors. And this might well be the last throw of the dice in terms of summer-like weather. Let's hope so. For the moment, I'm not in a super rush to get to Horseguards because morning inspection is ongoing. It's 11:05. I was very tempted to open today's video on the bridge, but I thought if I do that, I'm actually going to be too late. I'll miss the gates reopening. Annoying weekend delays on the tube, but hey, that can't always be perfect. That is what so many people are queuing up to get. The difference between yesterday's shot and today's shot is quite stark, isn't it? You know, in other words, you can really understand why it is that people are making the effort to queue. Now, fingers crossed, Horseguards will not be completely chocker, but I mean, if there are this many people here, it's usually an indicator that things are going to be a little bit wild there. And there's a few police about. Not so many that I think there's going to be a major protest, but wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it is Saturday, and what's Saturday on Whitehall without a protest? Beautiful morning though, isn't it, folks? Very much so. So beautiful that everyone is completely oblivious to me and my camera. Well, my camera and I should say. Love when it's like this, it makes such a difference. Oh, bro, I thought he was going to ask me for a selfie then. Damn, I'm quite disappointed now. Okay, so, a little bit of news. Heads up to the regular viewer that let me know this. I read your message about 10 minutes ago, actually. The largest horse in the Blues and Royals, Titan, has been retired, folks. I mean, it's been a long time. We've only ever seen him a handful of times, maybe half a dozen at most. Oh, it's an interesting sign. 1 second, folks. I'll come back to that. That, guys, might answer your question. So many of you have asked, do the phone boxes still have a service? There is your answer. They don't. Alas, this kiosk is protected for future generations. I should have brought a pen along with me and wrote "of Taurons" under the little sign. I'm sure that sign was not there yesterday. Unless it was and I didn't notice it. Anyway, back to the point about Tyson. Yeah, we saw him at most, I would say, maybe half a dozen times. He really was a beast of a horse. And the Blues like to boast that he was actually a bit bigger than Overlord, who is the largest active HCAV horse in the lifeguards. So the lifeguards have currently got the largest horse. By a good amount, actually, in HCAV. Now, the good news is that Titan, nothing wrong, unharmed. He was apparently, and again, this is something that's been relayed to me, not something that I know is an absolute fact. He's apparently been retired to the countryside to live out the rest of his career, life, whatever you want to say, with the family of a Blues and Royals. Lucky Titan, you might think. Oh yes. Couldn't really think of a better way to retire a HCAV horse than to enjoy his time in Pastures Green with a member of the same regiment that used to ride him. So that's really good news. It's a pity, it's sad, but it's not a horse that we will sort of, actively miss because we very rarely saw him. Same with Overlord. He's trotted out for state occasions, but I think we've seen him maybe 3 or 4 times ever in the space of 2 years. Now, it's kind of inevitable that some of the older and or larger horses would be retired. Mainly because having brought in so many new horses, Downing Street, lots of people actually taking pictures. No idea why. On Downing Street, I mean, not outside the front here. Civil servants, maybe relatives of people that work on Downing Street. Not quite sure. Sorry, as I was saying, guys, the new Z horses. I don't know how many there are. I think we've named 8. I've pictures of 6 or 7. Those ones we know about, I don't know, and nobody seems to know exactly how many there are, curiously. Let's assume there's 10. There we are. Anyway, point being, there are only so many stables, so much space, so many facilities for all the horses. Now, if the total teeters around 200 between the 2 regiments, then having brought on board, whether it's 8, 10, 12, whatever, new Z horses, that is of course going to equal necessary retirement, relocation, whatever you want to call it. Quite a lot of police out and about. Something's going to happen today. Relocation, retirement for those horses that have either served their time, with distinction no doubt, and I moved on to serve a comfortable retirement. Typically with the Horses Trust, but often, as I mentioned before, with either civilian hosts or, and that's not the only time I've heard of a trooper or a trooper's family adopting a HCAV horse. I've heard of that several times before. So I think it's actually rather sweet and apt that horses from the regiment will get to spend their time with members of that regiment. Now folks, if my voice sounds a tiny bit off, it's not because I'm ill, I'm fine. But that post-fever state, that was in yesterday, emerged as the coffee state this morning. So I drank half a bottle of Cavonia, that HCAV strength cough medicine, and so far it's doing the job. I'm not coughing. Hooray! If I feel the need to do that in this, I will pre-warn you, ladies and gents. Right, the troopers actually are probably, in all likelihood, boiling. Oh, look at our timing, everybody. Look at this. They're just opening the gates now as I turn up. You wouldn't believe it, would you? That is utterly extraordinary timing. There we go. Ladies and gents, behind the bollards, please. That's right. Morning. Oh, you reckon? Is it the voice you recognise or the unhandsome face?
The charming face.
Oh, the charming face. Said like a lady. I can't believe I turned up as they just opened the gates.
Yeah,
Very fortunate.
They had their morning inspection.
Did the officer come out, or he did?
Yes.
See, I should have gotten up earlier. I've got a little note for the office. I was going to ask him on a date. Damn it, it's not going to happen now, is it? He was quite handsome. Wrong sex for me. Handsome or not. Has anyone been naughty, other than your good self, of course, this morning here?
I've tried to behave.
Yeah.
There have been a couple that are naughty, and he's just brought the horse out
Oh,
and said, quietly move.
okay, that's good to know. So this trooper is on it. I mean, he's using his massive, glorious, cloppy horse to remove miscreant tourists. Love it, folks. How about that for a shot, actually? The police enjoying the sunshine, trooper happy, having a chat with them. I think you just said arrest anyone that I don't like the look of, regardless of whether they do anything naughty or not. Is this your first day here?
Yes, I flew in yesterday.
From?
Tennessee.
Oh, from Tennessee?
Yes.
First time actually standing in front of this ever?
I was here 44 years ago.
44 years ago?
It was nothing.
Oh my goodness gracious, 44 years ago. Wow. That's a different world, in fact.
Yes. I've been back a number of times, but it's been about 15 years since I've been here.
Okay, 44 years ago, paint a picture. More civilized, I guess. And respectful, yeah?
Very much so.
Yeah.
People didn't go up and touch the horses. They gave it a wide stance.
Without even needing a
Yes.
ridiculous box on the floor. And I do say ridiculous, guys, because it's ridiculous that we have to have it, not that HCAV have printed it or painted it. And yesteryear, people would have gladly, respectfully kept a distance. Why? Because the trooper is a representative of His or Her Majesty. Sadly, those societal norms don't exist anymore. Behaviour's gone down the toilet. London is a far less civilised place than it was 44 years ago. My mouse, what are we talking, 1980? Yeah? Goodness gracious me. That is a long time ago.
Excuse me, I need to sit down before I pass out.
Are you okay? Are you alright? Yeah? 1 second, everybody. Let me just make sure that the lady from Tennessee is okay. If not, I will let the police know. She'll be able to take a seat inside in a minute. Just on the side of the box. I would have said to her go in, but it would have been a mistake to try and walk into the yard now. Unwell or not. There are too many people here. But goodness me, folks, that's a privilege, isn't it? Imagine having seen this 44 years ago. Absolute I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how different London was then. That predates me, ladies and gents, by some good measure. We really did hit the front here right on time, didn't we? I was actually not expecting that we'd get a spot right in front of the horse. It's busy, guys. I'm not going to be pulling out the phone today. I'm trying to concentrate on what we see and what I say. So again, I will defer to you lovely folks for the horsey naming. I'm going to try and get a quick snap of this one before he heads out of the box, because he, yes you are, is a big, glorious, fluffy head beauty. Oh, he just nodded. It's like, yes, you're right, John, I am. Fluffy head and a beauty. This trooper, I believe, ladies and gents, is the one we captured the other day. Another very popular trooper at the other end who's just gone in. Now this fellow does not look familiar. Actually, wait, he does, in fact. It's hard to know because, some of the troopers had beards and then they've shaved them off. So I'm thinking to myself, have I seen this person before? Instinctively, no, I haven't. But he's not a new face. In other words, there's something familiar about him, but I can't put my finger on it. Maybe a certain video. Okay, very good numbers here this morning. Look at this, packed at the front, guys. Absolutely chocker. Okay, so they're going to open up. Let me make sure that the lady's okay. Where is she? I can't see her now in the massive crowd. One second, folks. Sorry, excuse me. She was here, but now she's not. She came over to lean on the fence. Hopefully she went back in with the crowd, and I just missed her. I hope she's okay. There's too many people here to be able to see and to check. If you're watching this later on today, I hope that you're okay, and please let me know in the comments that you're alright. Now, in terms of what we're going to see today, folks, I don't know, instinctively, I think we're going to see most people behaving themselves. I really do, in all honesty. Now, we would try, wherever possible, to keep the horse, the trooper, and those very, 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 very small elements of the box in the picture. Simply because that's the only way we're going to know if people are doing the you-know-what. Now this is going to be the first test with a massive number of people flooding out at once, like massive numbers of people, to be honest. Now the problem is, if I stand on the bollard, as I'm doing now, I'm resting against the bollard, it's impossible to get the troop of the horse and much of the box, unfortunately. Now she's way into the box. Look at this. The second one. Okay, let me get back a teeny bit. And the third one, now they're all at it. Okay, interesting. It's almost like what box at this point. Looking around, folks, I'm slightly more concerned about the lovely visitor from Tennessee than about miscreant tourists. Okay, so I think we can say the box fundamentally, unless that is the troopers have been given carte blanche either way, has not had the desired effect. I think that's a polite way of saying it. We knew this was going to be the big test. I mean, there are a massive number of people here right now. Even the horse is sick and tired of them. If this were Ormonde, people would be in real trouble right now. Even the tour guides wander straight through the box. And straight into the camera. Oh my good lord, what the hell is going on, folks? Look at it. Oh, yeah, that's it. Just like pull your kid over. How long do we think it's going to be, ladies and gents, before somebody gets bitten or gets shouted at? I'm keeping an eye at the other end of what's happening with the other trooper. And we will hear if there's any sound at the other end as well. A lot of people getting bitten before they put the box, but the number of people pushing in right now, about to grab the reins, etc., just unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, the sign says don't touch the horse, the box says don't get too close. It's kind of like, hello tourists. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, you summed it up, I agree. No, don't be sorry, I agree with you.
I'm so short.
It's very unfortunate to see this, actually. This was not what I was hoping to see today, I must say. Some of you predicted this. Sorry, go ahead, my dear. And more than one person, or inside person, predicted this as well. I kind of actually thought he was joking when he mentioned it would be like this to me. My good lord. That's it, yeah, have a little stroke. There's no sign that says you can't touch the horse. Amazing, isn't it, really? It's kind of like, I guess sometimes the people stand in front of the sign, other people can't see it, or they don't care. One or the other. It's a bit of a scrum here today, people. Oh, thanks, chap. That's it, yep. Going to quickly turn into a hairdressing channel, guys. So my thoughts are maybe a perm, maybe a trip to a Turkish transplant clinic, possibly then a bit of a cut when it goes from gooseberry to something a little bit more populated. Oh, I don't think he liked my comments. He's off. He's gone to book the flight to Antalya. Okay, so that box, guys, I mean, I don't need to show you people's feet because when they're that close to the horse, you know they're already in the box. It's kind of like, what box? Which box? No box. And that's just this end. I mean, the other end is as busy. I'm not going to move because we've got a key spot at the moment, whereby we can see all of the naughtiness. I would know how controversial this video is going to be, folks, before I even publish it. I'm trying not to laugh, guys, at the people that pretty much touch my camera with their noses without even realising it. Oh. This is an advert for lip fillers, guys. here at Horse Guards. Lip fillers united. Or in other words, why lip fillers are not a good idea. Oh, hey. Let's stroke the horse and ignore the signs. And touch the reins as well. Okay, next up, guys, she's going to jump on the horse behind the trooper. So saying, horsey, I promise I'm not going to touch you, molest you, annoy you, or upset you. I am sandwiched in right now, guys, by streamers, plastics, and tourists. She was about to mount up behind the trooper. Bro, hello, there's a sign. We just see the response of the gatesman, ladies and gents, to a crowd of this size that are almost inevitably going to block his path to do his duties. He's allowed to touch the horse. Guaranteed today somebody here is going to get pickpocketed. It won't be me, folks, because my stuff is zipped up at chest level. But I can feel like hands and pushing and stuff right behind me. Oh, that's a little miss. Don't worry about the lines either. I'm going to stay in this spot until we hear the bell, the 15 bell, which, actually, wait, thinking about it, is that not going to be any moment? 1 second. No, it's not. It'll be the 30 bell, guys. That's in 5 minutes. Oh, we've got a party animal here. Look at this. I've got 3 layers on today and I'm pretty cold. I have no idea how the party animal, who's probably had 17 gin and tonics, is not cold. Have a good day, she said. If she comes over this way, I'll talk to her. Ask her why she's a party animal. And also if I can come along on the hen do tonight. I cannot believe she's got bare shoulders. It's flipping freezing. She's got to be from Newcastle. Or maybe Scottish, I would think. You folks are up north are a lot hardier than us weak southerners. Is that about that when it comes to the weather? Okay, we've got a little Spanish group on the left. All saying we're going to take the horse back to Spain for our riding school. I say a little group, actually, there's about 50 of them. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is the bride-to-be. Folks, that's not my future wife. Let me just confirm. Oh, Tabai Bubu is here as well. Oops. So I'm going to take one idiot to get bitten, folks. And that will hopefully make them all get out of the way. Oh, dancing. Wait, dancing what? I can't read it. It's another member of the bridal party. Dancing, not Queen, he's with D. Dancing Doll, probably. Okay. They are super hardy, these ladies. I've got a lot of respect for that. Definitely from the north. If she's from London, I'll eat horse meat the next time I'm in France. How about that? Three and a half minutes until we hear some ding-donging and the trooper emerging, hopefully. A lot is going to depend on which gatesman we've got today, vis-a-vis people getting screamed at to get out of the way. So this is the lovely bride-to-be. She's going to have a good day. Oh, another gooseberry getting in the frame. If every single kid from the Spanish group on the left is going to get a picture, we'll be here until the turn of the century. The group's that big. They discovered group shots at that school. Okay, that was Claudio, ladies and gents, just in case you didn't hear it. Claudio from Seville. I mean, it's pretty damn busy here today. It's a joy to watch the hustle and bustle, if not the proximity of tourists to the horse. I mean, it's a massive box. Nobody should be within touching distance, unless the horse reaches out, that is. Let's hope the horse doesn't mistake her bag for a carrot. Bing bong. That, ladies and gents, is our sign to move, which the second I see the gatesman emerging, I will do. Where is he? There's got to be one, surely. Or is the gatesman going to ignore the bong, like this horse are ignoring the box? Oh, no, here he comes. 1 second. Which? Sorry, so here comes our lovely gatesman. In fact, he was yesterday... No, yes, he was yesterday's boxman. Or one of yesterday's boxmen. Now, unfortunately, not for the tourists that is, but for us, we didn't get to see him dealing with these large groups that are pestering the horse. Now the funny thing is, some tour group, or I don't know, someone, has already told their group to stand on the line, which is curious because it's 35 minutes or so until anything happens here in the yard. I can't believe they would have told the group to stand on the line to watch the gatesman do his rounds, but you never know. Perhaps it's a new tour guide. I mean, the tour guide looks about 12 years old, so that might well explain how they've got it so wrong. Okay, who's our chitsman the other side? When we go back to the front, we'll see what's happening with the other trooper on the other horse, aka the other boxman. Oh, we've had a bit of a switch up, folks. Yesterday we had 2 boxmen who have now been moved from box to foot duties. This fellow was on the horse yesterday, as was the gatesman. So in some respects you could argue they've been relegated from boxman duties to gatesman, or chitsman in this case, behind me, gatesman duties. I don't want to speculate on why, but it certainly is a little bit curious. We don't typically see that, do we? Actually, we definitely don't typically see it. You were bang on about your comments when I said the other day about, you know, what might happen. Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
It's fighting on the wall, isn't it?
It's unbelievable though, to be honest, isn't it? Really. In fact, they just don't seem to care.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Yep.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, sadly. Okay, so yes, folks. Oh, Fonzie man is here again. I think he basically moved in. Let's see if we can get in at the front somehow, so we can at least get an idea. Sorry, of whether or not this trooper is going to reprimand anyone for being naughty. I wouldn't like to speculate. I'd rather just see what happens. 1 second. There's somebody with a stick. Get out of her way. I mean, we've got. If we focus the camera, sign is very clear. Second, folks, but an awful lot of people at both ends. It's completely ridiculous thinking about it. Although for some reason, almost everybody flooding out at the other end. Wait, let's go back. Almost everybody flooding out the gates is choosing to go to this end, and this is why we've got this problem here. It's absolutely packed. Look, I'm not exaggerating. Look at the size of the crowd around the horse. Look, it's vast. Absolutely enormous, in fact. Almost too many. In fact, this gives us quite a good perspective on how close people get, to be quite honest. I will give a bit of time to the other end, bearing in mind there's actually only 25 minutes until they change over again. Okay, so in the in the yard, we've heard something going on. And what I've noticed is that there is a massive group of idiots. Like a massive group. They don't even know if they've got a teacher. Look at this. That sounded to me like it was the gatesman who just shouted. I don't know if that's the teacher or the tour guide or whatever. It's like a massive Spanish group. Now, I think it was looking at the body language of the teacher, who I think is that guy there in the black. I think somebody walked into the archway and he's now trying to look. Yeah, he's marshalling them forward, trying to stop them. It can't just be this one teacher, surely, for a group of about 50 kids. That was a super loud shout. Obviously, it had to happen the second that we finished in the yard and gone back to the front. Typical. The good thing, though, is that this trooper has no issue at all with being super vocal. Yeah, it's their little, probably non-Spanish speaking English guide or group leader who's trying to keep them out of the archway. I mean, to be honest, some of the kids are young, so I can kind of understand how they might not really understand or appreciate or respect the rules, but then again, groups this big should either be licensed, have to buy a ticket to enter, or, even better, banned entirely, which would be a bit of a pity, but if they can't be controlled, what are the options? Yeah, look, the kid's asking why he can't go in, and the group leader's explaining that's for the guard, which I mean is kind of true. Goodness gracious. I did sort of intimate to yesterday very gently that if the sun comes out today, things are going to be a little bit out of hand. I mean, I think we've seen that it's definitely out of hand already. I mean, this is well, look at it. The teacher literally can't control it. There are just too many. Look, let's hope they all pay for whatever they've just taken. Absolute madness. And if we go here to the back of the box and zoom in, you can see what the trooper sees. The usual suspects that spend about 5 hours a day, 7 days a week, standing right in front of the horse, about 3 or 4 feet from his head. And the reason they do that, folks, is because people watch their spammy content. That's why they do it. Very sad. Let's go back to the front. And equally now, both sides are completely rammed. Look at this. A mind-boggling number of people here. Goodness gracious me. People laughing, smiling, saluting, all kinds of stuff. Absolute shock and madness, isn't it? Look at this. Very interested to see what this trooper is going to do or say. If there's a little bit of disrespect. Honestly, I think I'm going to title this video Utter Chaos, because that's really what it is. Oh, look at this. I'm not even going to speculate, folks, on which country the beautiful lady was from, but it's a very nice dress. If I pan across, this horse seems to be reasonably left alone. Look at what we've got at the front here, look. Hundreds of people. Lucky enough I'm tall to be able to hold the pole over everybody in front of me, guys. Might seem like I'm super close, but as usual, I'm not. I'm way back, look, see? I'm behind the crowd. To be honest though, what I've seen so far at this end, people are behaving a little bit better than at the other end. I don't know why that is. I've just actually Penny's just dropped folks vis-a-vis which trooper's on the horse. I didn't recognise him. Last time he was here, he was cleanly shaven. He's now grown a beard and a tash, it would seem. Very serious trooper, but very, very, very rare that he is vocal. Exceedingly rare, to be honest. Maybe the Blues are all a little bit blue at the loss of Titan. You know, I honestly can't, and I've tried to sort of rationalise this, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, can't understand why, having obviously consulted about this box idea, this would have gone way up above trooper level. Same with the pictogram. Why, having done that consultation process, people are still being allowed to approach. It's not as bad this end, and most are being good. As you saw earlier, folks, that other end, I didn't actually want to continue filming it, to be honest, because it's just completely ridiculous and shouldn't be allowed. The only thing we need now is a protest. This, I'm trying to sort of navigate my way through. It's quite extraordinary. Turn ourselves around a little bit. That way we've got a clearer shot across the horse, which I think is going to be a little bit better for the moment. It's actually easier to get a lot more on the diagonal. The trooper, luckily, has at least got some shade crossing over the body of the horse and also his own face. Got someone else making a little film next to me. And lots of Russian speakers again. And ladies getting into other people's pictures, as usual. What I'm thinking, guys, is that maybe with the kind of PA system they've got here, they should license MC Hammer's can't touch this. And when tourists get close, the guards can push a little button. Oh, look at this dude, he's very well dressed. Goodness me, darling, look at those shoes. Fantastic. If he comes this way, I'm going to ask him where he got those shoes from. They almost look regal. He's a very regal looking fellow. What if he's related to Diddy? Damn it, he's walking the other way now. Every time I see an interesting person I want to talk to or ask a question to, they run away. Not intentionally, I'm sure, but if it carries on, I'm going to start to get paranoid. Maybe it's my dreadful interviewing skills. Okay, it's calmed down a teeny bit, but it won't last. Bing bong. Wait, what? How's it? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. That is not 15 minutes, surely, since the gatesman last came out. Good lord, it is. Utterly extraordinary. Let's try and move now. I mean, he might not come out this time, but if I don't move now, there's absolutely no chance of seeing him if he does emerge. People are trying to move, but it's just too busy here. Look, that's why we're getting a bit stuck. In fact, we're not getting a bit stuck, we're getting very stuck. And it's exactly 45 minutes past right now. So far, oh, there's me like, so far, the gatesman hasn't left his post. But guess what, ladies and gents? He just did. I don't think it's going to be problematic, even if he goes either side. Actually, scrap that. If he turns to his left, it will be problematic. Actually, it will be his right when he flips around. I think he's going to come back through the gates. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? Half the problem this morning, actually, is that we've got a lot of these tourist buses out making some cash. Look, notice upstairs they've got cakes and stuff. Let's wave to them, guys. Hello, people on the tour bus. They're not going to wave back. Look, miserable bunch of because I tried, folks. See, unlike the ferry users who are super friendly on the Thames, the posh rich people eating organic cakes on that bus, too snooty to give us a wave, which is very unfortunate, isn't it? Yep, I feel a bit almost as negated as this kid over here, look, who's just been stuck there for a picture, I think. Abandoned. It doesn't say orphanage on the wall, does it? It says beware horses may kick or bite. No leaving of children here. It's funny because we all knew the test was going to come on a bright and warm Saturday. What we didn't know is that bright and warm Saturday would come in the same week that the new rules were instituted, i.e. today. Remarkable good fortune. The reason I don't see this rudeness, disrespect, ignorance of the rules as a negative, folks, is that it takes time for these things to settle in. Okay. Lots of people still watch, and in fact message me about videos that were shot months ago, in fact even years ago in the Karen case. Now if people are watching the old content and they're still seeing shouts of get off the reins, they're still seeing people getting in trouble, being naughty, getting shouted at by troopers, it means they haven't or are probably not watching a lot of the newer content and possibly not aware of the change of the rules. People that have been here many times that we've spoken to have not even noticed that there's a box on the floor. The point I'm trying to make is that these changes, like the reins change, okay, often take many, many, many months to filter down and become the new norms of behaviour here at Horse Guards. Because if you think back a year ago, every single Saturday, without exception, we would have half a dozen, sometimes more, people grabbing the reins. That's now a very distant memory and will likely remain so, because it seems to me almost mind-boggling that anybody would be foolish enough or presumptuous enough to want to do that when there's a box, a pictogram, and a lot of very vocal tourists also here. Now, you might notice, folks, that the people that are filming, or have been filming, haven't moved in the whole of this video. It's now 45 minutes, and this is exactly what the troopers were getting annoyed about. People standing in a stagnant, static position, not moving at all, in some cases for hours. I don't understand it. I find it quite peculiar, to be fair, and always have done. Just try and squeeze ourselves back in slowly. And let's hope that the people at this end are going to be a little bit better behaved this time than they were before. Oh, look, somebody's on the video call. This is a video of a video call. So if somebody's filming me behind, I'd be in a video of a video call. Guy behind trying to get a pram along, but just can't because there are too many people. Look at it. Mad, eh? Absolute chaos. Somebody's eating some very stinky crisps as well. It smells here. This is behind me, folks. You'll think it's like a bit quiet. It's really not. It's just gonna wait for China's tallest woman to get out of the way. Goodness gracious me. I've got this bro, look, he's going to stop again. So I'm going to push her into the box. Oh dear. Dude has never seen a horse before, I think. Oh, here he goes again. Damn. That was almost Greek in its epicness. One thing I'm wondering, guys, one potential solution, not to her haircut, which is beyond repair, but to people approaching, might well be to paint some kind of a box on the ground here. And that way the boxman could enforce rules about people getting too close. I'm not sure if it would work, but it's just an idea I've had in the past. Oh, wait, they already did that, and it's not working. Oh, this bro's had about 50 different videos and pictures. I wonder if he's maybe a member of the Kuwaiti or Greek equine club. Actually, that's given me an idea, folks. I haven't worn my cap back to front since I was 7. I'll try that tomorrow, see if it makes me feel a little bit more cool on the street. In it, man. It's okay, don't worry. Some of the tallest kids on earth to my left. In fact, so tall he's going to intimidate the horse. Okay, outfit of the day goes to this lady for her red shoes and amazing glasses. Don't worry about the camera, bro. See? A year ago, folks, all these people running up would have grabbed the reins. They don't do that anymore. That's why I think what's needed here is time. Time for the new rules to filter down on social media and elsewhere, and then people will behave. I'm convinced that by this time next year, we will notice a dramatic improvement. Oh. People with short sleeves and t-shirts, I cannot understand it, folks. It really is cold today. You can see how most people are dressed, i.e. well dressed, overdressed, suitably dressed. Awkward, this girl on the left doesn't know what to do. Oh, bless her, super awkward. I don't think actually this trooper has very much longer left. He has 5 minutes actually. One thing we haven't seen today, guys, yet actually only V signs, surprisingly. Maybe we'll get one at some point. Now, the other good thing that we haven't had is anyone touching the horse, so no V signs, no touching. That's got to be a plus. Come on, people. Zero chance of getting the horse's name. The hoof is massively only out of focus, but half covered by the toe clip. These guys supporting the local economy with their matching London England jumpers like that. Oops, horse is getting a bit tired of idiots, I think. And to be honest, I can well understand it when you look at how many there are here. Here we go again. Yeah, you can see when the horse is pretty much getting tired of people getting too close. It's like this dude. Back to the hairdressing channel for a moment.
Senti, io ci provo. Felice, io ci provo.
We're selling those London sweatshirts. Is doing a roaring trade. Okay, now interesting thing, folks. Oh my god, look, we've got another new guy here. It's like new constantly. Let me get myself into the yard before we have the before we have the changeover. Oh, I might have missed it already. 1 second. Oh, I've missed it. Nope, I've missed it, folks. I'm not going to try and push my luck. Let's get myself into the middle here. To be honest, it's probably a little bit too busy in the yard anyway. Horsey's already having a little bit of a moment for some reason. Maybe too many people. This trooper is a very experienced horseman. He will not lose his cool no matter what. Wait. Sorry, you okay?
Excuse me. Lawson.
Here we go, look. People are still going up to the horse. Look at this lady over there, just beyond the horse. Absolutely extraordinary. Meanwhile, this one's clopping all over the place. Hard to know where to focus the camera, to be honest. Look at this. Where the hell does she think she's going with this?
Oh, okay, thank you. It's only for your safety. Could you, for the safety of the child, you need to stand behind bollards for the safety.
Good Lord. It's actually good that we didn't go into the yard, folks, because it's rammed. This horse, he's had enough. Good thing to see though actually is that in the yard everyone is on the line. Look at that. There was a trooper. In fact, she's still in there over in the corner, keeping everybody way back, doing a good job actually. I'm not sure if she's new to recognise her. This horse here doesn't want to settle. Thinking the boxman on the right there is probably very happy. Time to go back in. I can't remember actually if we had a dismount this week or not. If we did, this is the second one. If not, this is the first one. Like the summer actually right now, folks. It's pretty warm, but more importantly the light is great. Now, one somewhat annoying thing is that I do not remember instinctively if they're going to change over the gatesman. We'll know in a minute if the police let everybody move from the tunnel area through the yard. That's going to be no foot guard changes. Instinctively, it's ordinarily at 1 o'clock. So I'm thinking that's it, that is done. Yep, it's done. Right, here comes that trooper I was talking about who's doing crowd control. Don't recognise her. No idea if she's new or just a new face back from Bulford, possibly. But yep, that's done. The change is finished. Finito. We've got a bit of flaring at that end, folks. Right, this is the part with the free food. Look at them all. Feed me, feed me. No more fast food. I want vegetables, meat, even some chickpeas. Right. Okay. I caught the gatesman side-eyeing me then. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I guess it's going to depend on what, if anything, happens vis-a-vis the archers. I don't think anything will happen. The tour groups really did check the weather forecast this week. They were out in force, rinsing it. We've got, that's what I was hoping to capture actually, that amazing semicircle that we sometimes get on the wall here. Magnificent. I'm going to try and get a picture of this for the Instagram, because it looks incredible. And it's rare to have it so perfect. Second, folks, if there's any chance of getting it with 0 tourists, I will, but I'm not optimistic. They're flooding in. The second one moves, another one appears. actually. If I zoom into 3. Got it, perfect. And the train's going back up, which is our cue to leave. Oh, we've got those weird tourists that have a bum fetish, taking pictures of the horse from behind. This is mad though, eh, folks? I mean, really, look at it. The best view, folks, is the one I can't bring you, sadly. That is the view the trooper has over this melee of tourists, streamers and other people that are massed in front of him like an invasion force. I have no idea who this new bro is in the black cap filming. Every day we turn up, there's a new person. It's like a random person that knows nothing about the regiments, nothing about the history, and absolutely nothing at all, typically, about how to film without making it look like they're on a moving train. I've always been of the mindset, folks, if you can't do something properly, refrain from doing it at all. In other words, leave it to the experts. This is why the tourists don't ride the horses and the troopers do. I like this trooper, in fact, and I'm pretty sure that if there are any problems, he'll be very firmly dealing with them. So we're going to stay and finish up, in all likelihood, at this end. Sorry, do you want to go past? We will see. That's interesting. You heard me say, would you like to go past, or do you want to go past to this lady? She just looked at me and said no. It's like, well, why are you pushing into me then? I don't understand some people, I really don't. Right, here we go. It's Russian bro on the right. And we've got a snooker ball on the left.
Oh, there is a pub just opposite. Yeah. And then we're going to Charles
Goodness me, let's hope the camera's touching the horse's nostril. It's almost impossible to film. That's it, folks. I did warn you it would be a tricky one today with this many people. Okay, snooker ball's gone. We're back to the hairdressing channel temporarily. That's it, bro. Awkward or what? People take their selfies and realise that about 10 people have filmed them, and then they get all bashful and blush and sort of run away. Keep an eye on what's happening in the yard at the same time, guys. Any more groups forming? This guy's completely oblivious to the fact that Trooper's right behind him. In fact, I think everyone's oblivious to the fact that Trooper's right behind them. Now, for whatever reason, and I would say luckily, no one yet, none of the troopers, have given the nod, with the sword, to indicate that they would like the gatesman to approach. Hasn't happened yet. Very curious. Got people trying to take bikes through the front gates now as well, which I was not expecting at all. Guys, we're going to finish up in the yard, Reason being, I've got something to show you all which is going to surprise you somewhat, and possibly even delight you. So let me try and get past this massive number of people, who to be honest are quite annoying today. They're just walking super slowly like zombies, all of them, and they're just stopping, look, at random.
Tickets in case they're distracted.
Someone complaining there that we were told the police don't carry guns. Wait, I didn't even notice a trooper going into the tunnel. Let's let him get back to his post. Yeah, you're going to be surprised, guys, at what I'm about to show you. As I said, possibly even delighted. So for the first time since making these YouTube videos, I'm actually unclipping the camera and I'm going to pop it on the floor because I need to access something which I want to show all of you as a perfect end to the video. So let me just pop that on the floor for a second, hopefully giving you a reasonable view over the yard. There we go. Okay, that's stable. 1 second, people. I'm still here. Get ready for the surprise, ladies and gents. I mean, some of you will know about this, but a lot of you won't know about this, and this obviously is targeted at you all that don't know about this. So one moment, and the pleasant surprise is coming. So for those of you that don't know about this, this is not actually a joke, I'm being serious. There is a glimmer of hope for Ormonde. Okay. Now what do I mean by that? Well, folks, I've been told that Mr. Ormonde is very likely to be back at Horseguards soon. Very soon. There is Ormonde, okay? Now that cute little horsey teddy, yeah, I know you're going to say the blaze is not perfect. That cute little horsey teddy is a new product addition to the Guards Museum at the back. I'm not joking, folks. It's been in there for roughly about 2 weeks now. I picked it up a few days ago, but I completely forgot it was in my rucksack because the idea was going to be, when the Blues returned, to pop little Ormonde in front of one of the boxes early in the morning before the Blues arrived, after the boxes had been opened. But look, still got the tags on it, brand new. This was not given to me or gifted to me, guys. I went in and I bought it, and the reason that I'm showing all of you this little cute toy, it's actually pretty well made, very soft as well, is that it's sold by the museum, okay? Which means that all of the profits from the sales of these little horsey toys, teddies, and this is the only one, by the way, it's not officially Ormonde, but as the fellow in the shop said, we all know it, really it's supposed to be Ormonde. All the profits go to HCAV and to the troopers, okay? So how about we try and make this product sell out, guys, in the museum? How much is it? I'm pretty sure $11.95. Super cute, eh? I mean, it really is cute. There's not really anywhere I can sort of lay it properly to show you, which is a bit annoying, but wait, hold on, maybe here. Actually, wait, he sits there well, look. That's our closing shot. Mr. Monde in the corner with his little legs. So folks, for $11.95 you can support the Household Cavalry Museum, okay? Just to confirm, all of the money from the sales of these cute toys go to the troopers and to the HCAV Foundation via the Household Cavalry Museum at the back here, okay? This is not in any way some kind of sponsored video. Nobody contacted me about this. This is purely me seeing it posted by the museum on the Instagram, buying one, a little horsey toy, and deciding that I should do my little bit to hopefully push up the sales of these little toys and thus increase the income to the museum. So there you have it, guys. If you like an Ormonde toy, that's where to get it. On that note, people, I'm done for today. Actually, I didn't think I'd make it to the end. My throat is dead, but I'm glad I did. So from myself and Mr. Monde, hasn't got any tourists to bite, as you can see, but he looks pretty happy anyway. I'm out of here. People look at me very strange now, like, why is this guy in the corner filming a teddy? Anyway, bye guys, back soon. In the meantime, buy your Ormonde teddies from the Household Cavalry Museum. Bye guys.